CIT, the Center for Indigenous Theatre, is a 3-year training institute for Indigenous students. The students start from the beginning in year 1, and each year of training builds off of the first year, and then the second year, and then third year. We also offer 4th year training to graduates, and that 4th year training is often built from creative energy juices that build up over the last 3 years. New plays are being written, video dramas are being created.
CIT is a place where I feel like I can really express myself, artistically. I often feel like it's like an escape of mine because I feel like I can't really create the ways I can at CIT anywhere else. So I feel like it's really helped me just bring out my creative side and my voice as an artist. Here, they kind of just make you do it and they just make you get into it you don't really have a choice. So I've just gotten used to it and I've gotten to really play around with it.
While being here at CIT, I've learned to not be so closed off, and you really do have to put yourself out there. The teachers will literally force it out of you if you want to be, scared or not want to do a scene. They will work with you, and I think that's what I would say most that I've learned is just coming out of your comfort zone, and it'll only help you in the end. Expand your knowledge, expand your talents, then take that leap of faith and, give it a shot. Who knows?
No matter what theater school you're in, it's such hard work. There's lots of exploration, lots of investigation. There's a lot of self-exploration. Please come and check us out. We have so much to offer. There's a lot of Indigenous programming happening in Ontario that we are part of, and we welcome you to come and take part in those things with us. I'm very grateful for the opportunity to do this work. Miigwech.
Welcome to the Center for Indigenous Theatre's program InfoSession. My name is Jaylee.
And I'm James. We are current students here at CIT. Miigwech for joining us.
Today, we'll answer all your questions about our school and how you can join our classes.
Have you thought about pursuing a career in the arts? Do you enjoy acting, dancing, singing, or writing? Well, now may be your time to get in the industry. Mainstream media is representing Indigenous actors now more than ever.
Indigenous stories need to be told, and our program helps Indigenous artists become incredible storytellers and performers. Whether you love to act, dance, sing, or write your own material to perform, CIT can help guide you on your artistic journey.
CIT is a full-time post-secondary program that focuses on acting, voice, and movement. Our campus is located on Queen Street West in Artscape YoungPlace near the beautiful Trinity Bellwoods Park. The program offers 3-year with an optional 4th year program where you will be able to work on your own one-person show.
We also offer culture classes that are focused on dance, song, and oral history. We have partnerships across Canada that we share different experiences with throughout the year, such as the Bojmajig Storytellers in Manitowoc and Osmotogsi in Nipissing First Nation.
What you will work on in class will be presented in our winter and spring showcases at the end of each term in March and December. Our showcases are an excellent way to introduce our students to the Indigenous theatre community here in Toronto. It's a great way to build rapport in industry professionals and showcase your talent. Here is a clip from one of our showcases.
You will also work on a year-end showcase, which will be full production with lighting and sound in front of a live theater audience. There is also time to work on a story creation production, which will help you flex your writing and performing talents you learn in class.
You will be expected to participate fully in class. Prepare to be on your feet. Of course, recommendations can always be made. Just talk to your instructor or one of the faculty members.
You must be wondering what exactly your schedule will look like. Here is what you can expect.
Typically, we will begin in September, with an orientation period getting you familiar with the city and the services available to Indigenous Theatre. After you've become familiar with your surroundings, regular training begins. Starting every day at 10, you can expect some time of movement and in the morning to get your blood going, usually voice or movement classes. Learning to use your voice and body in the most effective way is an important part of theater training.
In the afternoon, you will be working on your acting and writing skills. Our classes focus on Indigenous playwrights.
All of these classes culminate in 2 showcases, one in the winter, one in the spring. After each showcase, you'll get a much-needed break.
But don't just take our word for it. Here's an interview with a former student.
What would I recommend to, like CIT students coming into the program is to just take care of your body and know how to, because you're working with a variety of things, because your vessel is your body and it's your emotions, and that's what you bring to the table and anything that you do as an actor. And so for me, I think one of the biggest lessons too is not taking things, if you're working with stuff that may be triggering or stuff that brings up, or released, to not take that home with you, to develop a practice where you just kind of take that coat off and you leave it there. And you say, okay, thank you. You thank it, and then you put it aside and say, yeah, I don't need to take that home with me. It's part of the work, it's part of the class. And it's still something that I do to this day, 20 years later. If I'm doing a show, I learned to just derobe. I think an actor said that, to just take it off and not take that character home with you, especially if it's something very dark and, emotional.
All right, so now that you know what our school is about and what is expected of you, seen a clip of our showcases, and heard from our alumni, it's time to talk about the requirements for applying to the program.
To apply to our program, you must have an interest in acting, movement, voice, self-discovery, and theater, identify as First Nations, Métis, or Inuit, and have an interest in exploring Indigenous culture and knowledge.
You must be 18 of age or older, have a grade 10 English level or higher, and these are the documents you need. An updated resume, a 500-word essay expressing your interest in theater and coming to CIT, 2 references that can vouch your interest in theater, a photocopy of your health card, and an audition video of you doing some script work.
If you're unsure of how to make an audition video, watch this.
Hi, I'm Sam Twin. I'm a 4th-year student here at Center for Indigenous Theatre.
Hi, I'm Teresa Cutnife, and I'm also a 4th-year student at the Center for Indigenous Theatre.
We'll give you some tips and tricks on how to do your monologues and get them sent into CIT.
Yes, so first find an age-appropriate monologue for yourself. Use something from the Indigenous canon, something like from Thompson Highway, Drew Hayden Taylor, Kenneth T. Williams. Do you have any more?
Keith Barker, Alanis King. And if you have any troubles finding anything like that, you could email CIT and we'll provide you with a monologue.
So Sam, what did you do for your audition into CIT?
I did Isaac from Thunderstick by Kenneth Williams. What about you? What did you do?
I was sent a collection of different story pieces from Coyote City. What to wear, wear something simple, neutral colors, something that you're comfortable and confident in.
Yep, and there's not really a time limit for it, but it should be around 3 minutes.
If you have any other skills that you want to show, like singing, dancing, hand drumming, anything and everything, feel free to submit it, but you do have to have a monologue.
Unless, of course, you're a storyteller and you have a story, then you could submit that instead of the monologue, but no accents, please.
And the most important thing is to have fun. And if you stumble, that's okay.
Yep.
You can do it over and over as many times as you feel. Have any other difficulties like doing your monologue or audition?
Probably the hardest part was memorizing it all, and I had somebody film it for me. I did not know that it was best to film it with a neutral background, so I filmed it just in a living room, and there was a lot of things in the background, but it worked out. And you don't need a professional camera. We're doing this on an iPhone 10. You can stack it up on some books or put it on a table, whatever you got to do. As long as it's capturing basically from half of your torso up so we can see your shoulders and your head. You could have a relative or somebody hold the camera for you, and you could just send that into CIT.
Have fun.
Now that we've covered what is needed to enroll in CIT, let's go over what is expected of you.
As a full-time student, you are expected to be on time and present for all classes, and you must actively be looking for funding while you attend your studies. Tuition costs each year are $3,750, but I want to stress, no student has been turned away due to lack of funding.
There are alternative funding options if you are unable to receive financial support from your band. There are other organizations that you can submit applications to your funding. These include but are not limited to
Inspire Foundation, Dreamcatcher Charitable Foundation, Métis Nation of Ontario, Canada Post, Mississaugas of the Credit, as well as other local organizations.
If you are in need of any funding applications and assistance, contact us at Center for Indigenous Theatre. We can point to you in the right direction. We are accepting applications now.
Please make sure to follow us on Instagram and like us on Facebook to stay updated on CIT news and updates. Also, check out our website at indigenoustheatre.com.
Before we go, we'd like to take some time to thank our funders. With their generous support, we are able to provide a school for our students. They include
the Department of Canadian Heritage, the Ontario Arts Council, the Toronto Arts Council, Misway Bake Aboriginal Employment Training, Hastings Park Foundation of Rights and Freedoms, the McLean Smiths Family Foundation, and the Ontario Arts Foundation.
Coming to Toronto and attending CIT is an amazing opportunity. You will create bonds with life and your fellow students and they will become like family. Your next big adventure can begin at CIT.
CIT is a program that really values its students and provides real-life contacts within Indigenous theatre community. Many of our alumni have gone to have huge careers in film and television, and you can be next.
We want to thank you for attending CIT's program InfoSession. If you have any more questions about our program, please leave them in the comments, and we will get back to you.
See you soon.